Alright, listen up. Spider-Man's gonna be right behind us. When he gets down here, ambush him. There's no way we're giving up a score this big to some clown in red tights.
Looks like the welcome wagon's already here.
Yep. Now we're in the sewers. Again. Well, instead of worrying about Venom, we now gotta worry about Shocker. Luckily, there's no water hazards that will instantly get rid of Spidey. But instead, we now have just more durable guards. This is the equivalent of the Green Guard, I guess.
Having fun yet?
But at the very least, the Green Guard, the Green Jacket guy can actually get rid of Spidey very quickly.
The key to that door, I presume.
So yeah, don't worry about the sewer water here.
This current is strong.
It'll just push you back. You might see me ignoring enemies a lot here. You don't have to worry about them attacking. All you need to worry about is solving whatever puzzles there is.
Looks like there's another switch I need to hit too. That opened the door. I'd better pick up the pace before I lose Shocker.
Okay, as you can see here, there's one big difference from Skull Gang members. These guys actually, at least regularly have, some machine guns.
It's time to stop that freak! Vic, make it happen!
I'm on it.
So yeah, instead of pistols, these guys pack submachine guns. So I guess that's one upgrade. Otherwise, you can't tell me that these guys are, worse than Skull Gang members. Also, you clearly see me where I got the dive bomb combo. Yeah, I knocked the guy into the water. Electrocuted water, by the way. Yep, don't worry, I'm still a hero. I don't kill, I think.
Hurts.
Here, boy. Come on.
So now we gotta attack another strong guard just to take his vowel.
You're making this a lot harder than it needs to be.
I'm taking you out.
Like I haven't heard that before. This will come in handy. Now to shut off that water and get Shocker.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Doesn't run very far, and yeah, the water should be going down and it shouldn't be threatening anymore. Of course, we're not done with this area yet. Not at all. There's a good reason why.
Where did Shocker find all you guys? Is there a website or something?
The old days of the internet. I don't know what they were like, but So yeah, you go down here for another upgrade. Not a combo, but an upgrade.
Looks like I hit pay dirt.
Advanced web gloves. Now you have something that surpasses kicking. Well, I'm pretty sure the web gloves made your punches just as good as your kicks. Now your punches are just, when they use advanced web gloves, they become the most superior form of attack you'll ever have. And combined with this one combo you will not find until way later in the game, you basically have something good. So here's one last area here. The door closes. Yeah, that's it. So that point here is now you gotta get rid of more guards or robbers because they're not guarding anything. This time though, they don't, unlike, most of the enemies from the previous games, these guys can actually take a fall. Because if you notice, even in the rooftop levels where I threw some Skull Gang members off into the street level, the game didn't count them dead until they fell really large distance. There is fall damage for these guys, I guess, but it doesn't play as huge factor as it did in the previous games where you could easily get rid of enemies just by throwing them off ledges. And now the goal here in this part is to get rid of everybody. For an easy time anyway. But I ignore that to go for this guard instead. Here's another strong guard. Except he's dual wielding now. I guess that makes him extra special. He's still not as threatening as Green Jacket Man.
Another locked door. I'll have to find the key.
And of course in this area there are 2 locked doors. Of course we won't get the keys for them until later on. Which is why conveniently the one man who had the keys just fell right down. Although I don't think I noticed. Oh yeah, and they can still throw grenades, I just noticed. And it causes friendly fire, so that was actually really useful. Well, nothing like mass massacre. Anyway, yeah, as usual, the odd looking man is the one you gotta target for anything useful. Just the same as before, only now with the key.
I'm ready to get out of this sewer. I hope this key does the trick.
So, while we found the switch, we found Advanced Impact Web. I don't know if I could tell you if I used it, but I have it now. So anyway, yeah, that's the end for this level. This is another level get turned pretty bad if you don't know what you're doing, but I handled it pretty well. This is probably the only instance these guys will ever be threatening.
Shocker! He's heading into the subway tunnels. I have to stop him fast.
Well, that's it for the sewers. Now on to trains. Somewhat.
I gotta give him credit. Shocker's a fast runner. Holy! Come on, Shock. You know I can't let you run around down here without a chaperone.
That's it, Web Slinger. You've been riding me long enough. I'm gonna finish you once and for all.
So this could be a pretty challenging part if you don't know what you're doing. But we gotta use the upgrade to L1 targeting. Essentially free aim. Look for these gaps in the walls and you'll be able to web zip straight towards them. Just be careful, you know, not to attract Shocker over here into using his really, really loud blast to hurt you. I'm pretty sure he only needs to hit you at least 2 or 3 times to kill you on superhero mode, so be careful. And he'll follow you wherever you go, so yeah. Luckily he has some lag time, so when he needs to run to some other side. This makes getting to the last part very useful. Of course he runs off, so it's never that easy. All we need to do is just continue following him. Oh, and by the way, don't get in front of the trains when they move. There are livers here. You can flip them on and they do stuff. That one is useless. For all I know anyway. Unless there's some obscure thing. This one actually serves a purpose. The door's open and it leads to another part of the sewer. That was the last part of it. And we unlock Uppercut, which I also don't use. That's a pretty annoying combo to get if you're not prepared for it, so better be ready with the web zip. Anyway, time for Shocker.
Come on, freak. You need to learn a lesson, and Shocker's School of Hard Knocks is now open.
Give me a break, Shock. I can't believe you have any class, let alone a whole school worth.
So anyway, Shocker is nothing like he was in Intellectual. Basically, more, you know, he's less, you know, charge heavy as he was originally in Intellectual. In this game, you have to confront him physically, directly. In the original, in Intellectual, you had no chance of attacking him up front. You had to essentially use lateral thinking to defeat him. Here, though, there's no such thing. Just attack him straight up with whatever you find, and don't get close whenever he does his tornado move. Which makes him dizzy, so now is any time as ever to attack him.
Ready to rock and roll, web slinger.
Anyway, he's still not weak to anything, you know. He's still not, you know, immune to basic moves like that. But it doesn't seem to be nearly as useful as I would hope. And yeah, you can still easily take your health out very easily. But at the very least, he's not Spike. But he can't. If you're careless, it will get ugly for you.
Welcome to a world of pain.
Of course, I got him stuck here for a moment, but not for long.
Welcome to a world of pain.
So yeah, the biggest difference here is you just gotta attack, confront him head on, unlike Electro. No crates to not yank on his head. But yeah, he does not very much for projectiles this time. Just punch him a lot and you'll win.
Looks like your flying friend's getting your share of the loot too. Where'd he get off to anyway?
Oh, if I don't get mine, Vulture isn't getting his. He had some workshop set up in the old clock tower on the Lower East Side.
Vulture, huh? Thanks, Shocker. Give my regards to my fans in the Slammer.
Oh, Shocker's not that hard of a fight. Basic one really, but that's what did you expect from one of the first bosses.
This is some nest.
Oh, this is actually one of the another more annoying levels in the game. You'll find out soon enough.
I hope this is a warm enough welcome for you, insect.
Yep, Vulture here throws a lot of bombs. They are not very easy to avoid in this very tight, cramped space. Otherwise, if you keep rushing through, occasionally stopping to avoid getting hit by stuff, you will survive.
You're becoming a thorn in my side. Today, you die, Spider-Man!
Ah, yes. The old swinging log of doom trick. That one never gets old.
Well, it might not get old, but it'll easily get rid of Spidey very quickly. If you want to avoid instant death, do not touch it. It's not instant death on easier difficulties, but on superhero mode it might as well be, because it kills you instantly. What do you know? It's basically the most threatening it ever gets. And it's pretty hard to avoid sometimes, so timing is crucial. Anyway, this is the part where the level turns into some sort of maze. So you gotta navigate through holes that the place has. There's even a combo hit in here, which makes things even harder to navigate. And it'll probably make it even easier to get lost in. But luckily, Vulture's bombs can blow through stuff too. Not that it matters, because that didn't lead me anywhere. Of course, he's always got traps hidden everywhere. And they do at least enough damage to wear you down after a while.
Who's your landlord, Vulture? Quasimodo?
Anyway, Gravity Slam. Another move I still don't use. Yeah, so there's basically no point for me to collect them other than just to say I did. And I mean, I don't collect them all. There's already a few I missed. One of them glitches out on me. Yeah. And by the way, that's the only 3D space we'll get for this level. And if you play on a dark TV, have fun, because this gets pretty frustrating if you can't see what you're doing. Anyway, this is the onslaught part. Basically, Vulture lets loose with all the bombs, and this is an easy way to lose. Yeah, he throws bombs, they keep coming back, so there's no point where you can just wait it out, because it's a set point at which they come in. So, and even if you wait that out, there's probably still more waiting for you. And don't let that happen. But anyway, yeah. This is nothing else, just an onslaught. It can get pretty frustrating if it's your first time. Trust me, I died a lot just trying to get through that one part. Superhero mode is certainly an experience. But that should be it.
That's one heck of a doorbell Vulture's got. Must be a pain to get groceries up here.
Ah, pest! Why can't you leave me in peace?
You'll have plenty of time alone once you're in jail.
Well, the chase continues. Anyway, see you in part 4 where we'll finally wrap up this jewel heist. Not Usual Zero, signing off.